So the last time I made an AVAX video, we were right about here. We were just breaking out of this downwards resistance trend line, and since then a few things have happened that I want to talk about. If you pull a fib from the all-time highs down to this bottom, you'll see that we did find resistance on the 382 of this fib, and once we found resistance, we got rejected. We came down and perfectly retested this trend line before making a move higher. It is really good that we saw AVAX hold this trend line for support. We got a breakout. We really like to see when we can come down and hold these trend lines as support before moving higher. And another thing that's really important, you'll notice that we have just recently broken out of this range that we found resistance on 2 times so far. And it does seem like we're coming down a little bit, but we have put in new highs. Since we put in this bottom in January, we have seen AVAX continually put in higher lows, but we haven't seen higher highs until now. So the fact that we're seeing a higher high here means we could be at the start of a larger uptrend. Now, like I said, it does seem like we're finding a bit of resistance on this 0.5 fib level. Hopefully we are able to stay above this range's highs and hopefully continue upwards, but we could see something like we saw when we tested this 382, where we consolidate a little bit around the fib level before making a run to the next fib level. So we could see something similar over here. We consolidate before we make a run for this golden pocket. But it is important that we can find support on top of this previous range, maybe on top of the high volume area, which is right around $92. This could be a pretty significant support level for us if we end up retracing a little bit. This also happens to be right where this 382 is and right where we found resistance before breaking out of here. So we could come down to retest this level before moving higher. I'd say AVAX looks pretty strong here. We got the weekly green dots. The weekly money flow is still hovering at these pretty high levels, and we managed to hold weekly support on top of the point of control of this entire range. You'll notice we did wick down below here, but for the most part, we didn't have any weekly closes below the point of control, and we held very nice support on it before breaking out of this downwards resistance. The daily momentum wave just managed to get above the 60 line here, and it seems like it could top out, or if this move continues on, we could keep going for a little bit longer. But I want to point out some interesting similarities in the daily market cipher B that I see when I compare right now to August of 2021. Back here, we were just consolidating from all-time highs. Down on market cipher B, we were getting anchor waves followed by a trigger wave, kind of similar to what we see over here. Momentum came up. We printed a red dot and a green dot below the 60 line, just like we did over here. And then we got the momentum wave to move above the 60 line, just like we did over here. And in both cases, the money flow was crossing from pretty deep in the red to the green. And the last time this happened, we saw a few more red dots and green dots above the 60 line, followed by one last move, which resulted in a pretty massive pump. So these are just some similarities that I'm seeing here. I think it's possible that we could come up a little bit more here, print some red dots, print some green dots, and then get another move. It's possible that this repeats, but this is just kind of a pattern I'm seeing, no guarantee that it's going to repeat. And of course, it largely depends on Bitcoin and what it's going to do. It is above the bull market support band right now, but Bitcoin still hasn't tested the bull market support band for support. So there is still no guarantee that it holds. But it seems like AVAX is looking pretty strong at the moment. We got a nice breakout, followed by a retest for support. Now we are breaking out of the previous range that we were trading in. So I think it's very possible that we may see some more upside in the short term. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support. And I will see you all on Sunday for my next video. Peace.